These two men dragged through a Jerusalem court in handcuffs are not hardened criminals. They are Palestinian booksellers, Mahmoud Muna and his nephew Ahmad, facing a judge after their family bookstores in East Jerusalem were raided by Israeli police. We spoke with Mahmoud Muna while he was under house arrest about the day plainclothes officers paid him an unannounced visit.
Within around 2 hours, they stacked hundreds of books, put them in rubbish bins, and took them to, with me, they took us and the books to a police station.
The police entered both branches of the educational bookshop, looking for books they claimed called for incitement to violence. Murad Muna, one of the brothers who runs the bookstores, remembers that day.
So they took this one, for example?
Yeah.
But this is in English, so they didn't need to use Google Translate. And,
yeah.
And they took it with them out of
the word
store.
Palestine is enough to take the books.
Also at the bookstore that day in Jerusalem's Old City, and also under house arrest, 34-year-old Ahmad Muna.
Hala, it's heartbreaking. My heart broke so many different times when we were in these 2 hours in the shop because I was not allowed to interfere. I was not allowed to sort the books. And then the books were thrown in rubbish bags, as you throw rubbish in rubbish bags.
The uncle and nephew were barred from going back to the shop for 20 days and from talking to each other during that time. Tricky, as the two men live in the same building. We reached out to Israeli police requesting an interview or comment, but did not receive a reply. Police eventually returned most of the books they took, keeping an estimated 8 titles, among them a coloring book entitled From the River to the Sea, a reference to the land between the Jordan River and the Mediterranean Sea that today includes Israel, the occupied West Bank, and the Gaza Strip. A book authorities said proved that the Munas were selling material that promoted violence. But Ahmed Muna says that title was not for sale at all and was kept in the storeroom on a shelf holding books for review. He pulled it up online.
So it's available on Amazon.
It's not on the system. We didn't sell any copies from it. And it's only that one copy that we had in the shop.
For the Muna family, whose first bookstore opened in 1984, the Israeli police's raids are about more than finding banned books.
There is an attempt for years now from the, particularly in Jerusalem, from the Israeli government to try to shrink the spaces in which there is cultural expressions of the Jerusalemites or the Palestinians in any way possible. Whether that is in theater or in music school or artists or filmmakers, that attempt to shrink the spaces in which cultural identity of the Palestinians can be expressed is they deem that dangerous somehow.
The charges against the men were eventually reduced to disrupting the public order, a lesser accusation than incitement. The Munas say they'll go back to their stores. The confiscated books almost all back on the shelves for now. Hala Gorani, NBC News, Jerusalem.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.